If you have $1,000 sitting in the bank and you're trying to figure out the best way to grow this $1,000 into $2,000, the best thing for you to do is not put this money into the stock market. I'll show you. See, if you have $1,000 sitting in your savings account right now, you have a few different options of what you can do. Number one is you take this $1,000, you go to the mall and you buy yourself a new watch. That's spending the money, but now this $1,000 is going to slowly go down to zero. So you're essentially throwing this money in the garbage. Yeah, you got a nice watch, but that watch is not going to appreciate in value. It's going to go down in value. Option number two is you can save this money. Now, if you take this $1,000 and you put it into a high interest savings account that's paying, let's just say 5% in interest, now you're going to generate $50 over the course of a year. Not a ton of money, but better than nothing. It's better than spending that money. But the third option is you can invest this money. And this is where most people think, oh, well, you can put this money into the stock market or you can put it into real estate, although you're not going to be able to buy a rental property with $1,000 in today's market. So if you put this money into the stock market, now you're trying to grow this money by 7 to 10% a year. That has been the historical average when you invest your money into the stock market. So let's assume you can get a 10% return on the $1,000 investment. That means you invested $1,000 into the stock market. After 1 year, you are going to make $100 of profit. The problem with that is you don't actually make the $100 until you sell your stock, which means you have to sell it, you got to pay taxes, and then you only get that $1,100, but you no longer have an asset. But then the second problem with that is the $100 isn't a ton of money. It's not going to change your lifestyle either. So now the question is, well, how else can you put this money to work and get a return that's going to make you real wealth? That's going to allow you to make even more money, that we can have more money to invest. Because there's nothing wrong with investing your money into the stock market or the real estate market. I want you to be investing your money into these types of passive assets. But I also want you to build true wealth with these passive assets. Because the way that it works when you invest your money into the stock market is you got to make the money, and then the money you make is going to work to earn you more money. The more money you earn, the more wealth you will build. Because if you make, now instead of $1,000, $100,000, now you can take this $100,000 and put it into the stock market. Well, now a 10% return is $10,000. If you make $1 million and you put this money into the stock market, now a 10% return is $100,000. So you can start to see where that same 10% return starts to become a lot more valuable when you have more dollars to invest. This is why a lot of people say, oh, it takes money to make money. No, that's not true. It takes money to grow your money, but it doesn't take money to make money. And so when it comes to growing your money with these passive assets, stocks and real estate, they are there to grow your money. If you can invest $1,000 a week or $1,000 a month, now you can really start to grow that money, because now you're making money and now you can grow the money, and that's where true wealth is built. I don't want you to stop doing that. That's great. But if you only got $1,000 to invest, what you need to do is figure out how you can take this $1,000 that you have right now and grow it. That way now you can take $1,000 every week or every month and put this money into the stock market. How can you take the $1,000 that you have and multiply it so now you can take $1,000 every month and keep throwing that into the stock market? What can you do with this $1,000 today to make that happen? That's what you need to be figuring out, how you can invest that money today. Because if you just put that $1,000 into the stock market today and you don't touch it, well, yeah, you can grow it a little bit. But remember, the stock market and the real estate market are there to grow the money that you've already worked to create. And if you want to be able to grow your money faster and grow more money, you need more money to invest. And this is where, going back to what I said just a second ago, it's important to remember it takes money to grow your money, but it doesn't take money to start earning that money. If you got $1,000 right now, the question is, how can you take that $1,000 and invest it in a way that's going to earn you more money? And this could be investing this money into your education, or this could be investing your money into your income. Now, the way you invest it into your education is pretty straightforward. Take this $1,000 and now invest it into classes, books, seminars, coaching, something that's going to allow you to earn more money. Now, before you go out and you spend this money, I do want to give you a little bit of caveat, because the last thing that you want to do is just throw this into any sort of class or education or coaching on the internet, and then you find out this wasn't right for you. So start with the free information out there. Go out and watch free YouTube videos, listen to free podcasts, and then start reading some books. You got to kind of progress down this in a more gradual way, because you want to make sure that you're putting this money into something that's going to actually drive you and deliver you some value. So start with the free content, YouTube, podcasts, blogs, see what it is that you want to learn more about. Maybe you want to build a personal brand. Maybe you want to build your own business. Maybe you want to get a certificate in data science. I don't know. You figure out where it is that you want to invest more of your time and your money, and then you take it one step further. Before you go out and you spend that $1,000 on some expensive coaching or some expensive class, go out and buy a couple books. Spend $50 and go buy as many books as you can on that topic and then read it. If you don't read it, well then what makes you think that you're going to now get a better return by buying a class that takes even more work and more action on your part? If you can't read the book, you're not going to be willing to put in the work on the more intense and work ethic stuff. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.